So I'm having a chat with Ian of the Lightning Seeds. How are you?
I'm pretty good today, actually. I've got a bit of I've lost my voice a bit, so, sorry about that. Sound quality might be a bit weird.
Same here as well, so we'll suffer together.
Yeah, okay.
So we've been playing a number of singles from your new record, which is out next week. The recent one, Emily Smiles. What can you tell us about the single?
Well, I wrote it with my good friend Terry Hall, who's the singer in the Specials and, of course, did the Fun Boy 3 and various other things, who I think's a bit of an underrated genius who I love to bits, and I'm so thrilled I get the chance to write with him. And I suppose it's a song about the distance between people and how we can be quite physically quite, next to one another, but, etiquette leads us to just be completely in our own bubble. And the only thing that kind of has the magic power to dispel all that and cut through it is a smile. So I think it's partly about that and probably a few other things at the same time.
Good. And that's coming off a new record of yours out next week called See You in the Stars. What can people expect to hear when they get a chance to take a listen?
Well, I think it sounds pretty much like the Lightning Seeds, but a bit different, but a bit the same, and it's obviously me. I think it's probably a little bit more, I don't know, maybe direct than I've been in. I've always been very nervous, so tend to, when I write something, put a lot of melodies, or, I can sometimes cover up the original intention too much. Tried very hard not to do that and to let my personality, be in it. So I think it's quite a personal album, really. And I hope everyone will like it. I'm very proud of it.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And it's been a while now since you released your previous record back in 2009. What was the reason behind such a big gap between the two?
Yeah, I've been told off by everyone about that. Wasn't it? I tend to work on instinct a lot, really. I don't really have a master plan. Never have. Bumble about in a hopefully serendipitous way. But I just felt like I wasn't writing tunes. I regretted the previous album that I'd done. I feel like for me, the last Lightning Seeds album was probably longer. It was probably Tilt in 2000, 1999, 2000. And I didn't want to do the same thing again. I felt like Lightning Seeds songs, although they are me writing them, they have to sort of fit a certain criteria. And I just felt like emotionally I wasn't able to write in that way. And I'm continually writing, and I put ideas into my phone, work on songs because it's kind of what I do. I'm obsessed with music, but I very rarely finish a song unless it's for something. So I have a lot of unfinished ideas. And a friend of mine, James Skelly, who was the singer in a band called The Coral, who I produced their first 3 albums, and he now works at bands and produces them, and he was very encouraging. You've got to finish a song and all. Come up to Liverpool and let's record one of them, and you can finish it off. And so I did, and I felt like, this is a Lightning Seed song, and I was very pleased with it. So I did another one, and then once you got 2 songs, you think, it's back, really, that feeling. Let's do an album sort of thing. So it felt like I don't think I was really able to do it before I did it, but then when I did, it was fairly quick.
Yeah, no, definitely. And some of the tracks off this record and your previous, you get to play live when you head out on tour at the end of this month and into November. I bet you can't wait to be doing your own shows again.
Absolutely. We don't get to tour very often, and we obviously haven't had a chance to play a couple of new songs for a long time because there haven't been any. So, obviously we'll be playing all the hits that everyone wants to hear and a few off the albums that maybe we don't always play and a couple of new ones. And we're going to be joined by Badly Drawn Boy on the tour. So I think it's going to be an evening of melody and music. And, if you like music, it'll be worth coming along, really.
Yeah, good. And one track I'm sure you'll be playing, and it wouldn't be a Lightning Seeds interview without asking the question about 3 Lions. I wanted to know how the original track with David and Frank came about, and how did it start all those years ago?
Well, the FA had asked me if I would like to write a football song for them for Euro '96, and I, initially thought no, and then I was watching fantasy football, which at the time was quite a new thing, and Frank and David were obviously the presenters of it, and I liked them a lot. And I thought maybe if these guys did it with me, it would be quite good, and it would, be something more. Because I kind of wanted to write a certain type of thing. I didn't really want to write a cheerleading song, which at that time, the thing that came to mind was if you were going to do a football song, it would be England, or whatever it was, really. So we wanted to write a certain type of song. We wanted to take it away from that. There was a funny feeling about the England fans in those days. It's a little bit of a dark side, possibly. I wanted to do a song, that would take it right away from that and be something emotional that fans could relate to. And I guess we ended up writing a song about ourselves, really, about fans more, and it is a song. It's a wish and a prayer and a hope, and it's from a fan's point of view, and it's about how it feels to be a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's been a couple of reworkings and re-releases of the track over the years, the last one being a few years ago now. Obviously, the World Cup is this year as well. What have you got planned for later this year for the World Cup?
Yeah, well, we haven't actually done a new version since 1998, really. And it does feel like, that with it being this time of year and a slightly unique a unique kind of situation for the World Cup. Plus, we're so thrilled about the Lionesses win that we wanted to reflect that in it a little bit. So we have got an idea for some new lyrics and stuff, and I think it's going to start with a line about the Lionesses and how great it was to see them win, and we'll kind of take it from there. And it's not really meant to replace Three Lions 96, the original, which I think is the one. But I just think for this upcoming competition at Christmas, it's a lot of fun, the ideas that we've got. So hopefully we will probably put something out.
Yeah, a Christmas version with bells and Christmassy bits.
You never know.
Good. And looking towards next year and onwards, what's the plan? Are you hoping to be writing and touring, or what have you kind of got in mind for 23 at the moment?
Well, we want to get this tour done, obviously, and then we'd love to play some festivals in the summer. Hopefully we're talking to a few people, get some festivals in the summer, play some events, and obviously not leave it as long in between albums.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ian, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
That's very kind of you, and it's been lovely talking to you. Thank you.